Hi,
Oh, hi.
welcome. First time to the store?
Yeah, I heard about it in fact, so I thought I should pay a visit.
You?
It looks like. Wine, delicacies, organic cheese, meal. I got little eggs too. Wow, nice. Oil, sunflower, brown butter, homemade peanut butter. Wow, and a whole bunch of jam. Hi.
Hi.
So I was looking around the place, and you've got a really nice setup over here.
Thank you.
Something
Thank you.
very different. I'm seeing a lot of things for the first time.
Thank you.
Hi, Shaina.
Hi, Jonah. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, what really inspired you to start up with something like this?
So actually, since we were children growing up over here in Goa, my friend and I, Eldridge, we used to like to do a lot of activities outdoors. We used to love to, find these swimming holes which filled up with rainwater during the monsoons. Basically, spend a lot of time outdoors in the fields and on the hills. And it was very sad to see most of our favorite places starting to be covered up with garbage because over here in Goa we don't have a very good garbage management system. So then we started thinking of ways in which we could help, and one thing led to the other. And finally, one day when we were talking, we realized that the root cause of all the garbage, no, sorry, not the root cause, but solution would not be just better garbage management, but basically to reach a stage where garbage is not produced in the first place. So then one thing led to the other, and we thought of coming up with a general store, which basically does not use any plastic from source.
Okay, I've noticed this name Ecoposro.
Ecoposro.
Okay, so what exactly is Ecoposro?
So Posro means shop in the local
Okay,
language,
Konkani.
Konkani. Yeah, so it's like
Great.
eco shop.
So, while starting off with this, I'm sure like there were so many questions in your mind, like how will this work, and I'm very curious to know like what the challenges you faced while getting this done, or the procedure you had to go through to get up this concept in the first place.
Okay, so yeah, so we actually had a lot of challenges. Starting your own business throws challenges from different directions. For example, because we are a zero waste store, and then we choose to get our stuff plastic free. I guess the biggest challenge would be sourcing all these things plastic free, because we have a lot of people who make pickles and papads and all these local things, but then they come pre-packaged. So then we always have to find the source. so like we need to find the person who makes it in their house, and then these people have to be fine with us bringing our own containers and taking their products, because sometimes then it's not packaged and then their branding is not there. So this was definitely one challenge. Then starting your own business has challenges, from getting your licenses and all that. I don't know if you've tried to start your own business here in Goa, but the amount of problems which you have with licensing, etc. So which sadly should not be the case, because we are trying to do something good, trying to be a social enterprise, etc. But we had to face problems from different angles, as I said, from the business perspective, license perspective.
Right, and I think this is something very new for the Goans also. So you probably had to have a lot of confidence in yourself that you can sell a concept like this to the Goan crowd or to the people.
I guess confidence was one of the factors, but I think the most important factor would be passion, and also like love for nature, and then just basically not being happy, desperation, desperation, because it's true. I mean, people always say that garbage is bad, this is that bad, but then we've actually reached a stage where it's now or never, because we don't have a lot of time left. We have hardly any freshwater rivers left, forests left, global warming, etc. So it was passion mixed with desperation.
It's so great to see, like people actually trying to do this someone our age, trying to actually make a difference in a good way. I'm like really, really happy to hear this coming from Goan. So I've noticed you have got a lot of different products around your store. Some are artifacts, soaps, and homemade food items. I'm very curious to know, like, are these all organic, homegrown materials, or how do you source it from your vendors? And are they all Goan vendors that make these products? Do you source them from outside the state as well? Can you give me an overview of what your products are like?
Yes, sure. Okay, so actually what we do is we are actually a retail store, okay, primarily, and we always look for vendors who follow certain criteria. For example, if you see these cosmetics over here, these are made by two Goan girls from Panjim, and they're also big on zero waste, no packaging, and they use a lot of natural products, etc. But doesn't necessarily mean that our vendors are just from Goa. So, for example, the bamboo toothbrushes and the bamboo earbuds come from Pune. We have a certain list of criteria which they have to fall under, and primarily that means no single-use packaging. Of course, no single-use plastic packaging, but we also try our best to make sure that there is no single-use packaging, even if it is biodegradable, because the resources are getting depleted, whether it's paper or whether it's something, even though it's not harmful for the planet. So we have different kinds of stuff in the shop. We have groceries. We do cosmetics. We have household items like laundry detergents, loofahs, tissue papers, etc. We have local people who make sweets and snacks, etc., who bring them in once a week, because we also have a fresh organic fruit and vegetable market once a week. So different people bring in. We have a baker who comes with some bread, and we have some mixed cheese, etc. Then here we have the grocery items like honey and apple cider, pickles, etc. So little bit, try to be like your corner shop, your general store, from your groceries to cosmetics, stationery.
These are all made probably by the local people here. Most of them.
Some yes, and some no. Because if we manage to source it locally, then we also save on carbon footprint. So that's also really good. And then also, like boosting local economy, etc. But if it is not available, or supposing there is more demand and if it's not available from here, then we try to search it from the next nearest vendor, which sometimes it crosses the border into Maharashtra or Karnataka.
So when you started this, what is the different clientele you thought you would target? I mean, do you see a lot of locals coming in now, or more foreigners maybe, or do you get Indian crowd to this store?
Yeah, okay. So actually, when we first started, we could see quite a difference in the ratio of people. I would say that the biggest ratio would be Indians. who settle down over here in Goa. Then next in line would be foreigners who settle down in Goa, because Goa is quite diverse. We have different people from all over. And actually, the smallest ratio, sadly, would be the local Goans.
Okay.
So which is why we're still working on this to try to understand why. Because as I said before, primarily what we want to do is not be an exclusive store, because it's supposed to have a social cause, a social meaning behind it.
Right.
So we want to have, whoever wants to shop plastic free, whoever wants to live a zero waste lifestyle, we want to have something for them. Whether it's a little bit more expensive because it's naturally grown, or whether it's your normal wholesale items, which are the same as the market rate, etc. So primarily the first goal is to fight single-use plastic. But we would see this difference in the ratio of clientele. But now I think it's balancing out. So now,
As people are getting to know about it more.
exactly. Now I think it's balancing out. So now I think we kind of have a even ratio between foreigners and
Goans also.
yeah, Goans also.
Mostly.
Yeah, because now we also do home deliveries once a week.
Wow.
So I think that also helps with like families who are living a busy lifestyle. So then we collect orders throughout the week, and then once a week we chart out a course which has the least amount of carbon footprint, and then once a week we do our home deliveries.
How nice, how nice. Are you? Do you have any plans or ideas to promote this concept so that more of us can really get to know what this is all about? Any schools or youngsters? Do you have any plans to
Yeah, plans are there.
let people know about this amazing idea of yours?
Yes, plans are there. So actually, I don't really have a lot of experience with like public speaking, even speaking in front of the camera makes me nervous and all.
No
But
problem.
yeah, this is something which slowly getting over, because we realize that when something has a social cause,
Right.
maybe just doing something is sometimes not enough. You have to go out there, you have to spread the word, you have to spread the
Absolutely.
message. So we have done a few talks, one in Don Bosco School in Goa before and all that. So slowly trying to fight this.
Yeah, I guess people should really know about it, because not many would actually come to your store unless they hear it firsthand from you
Yeah,
guys. The
exactly.
experience that went into putting this whole thing out.
Yeah.
I was reading earlier while walking around, how to shop waste free. What exactly is this concept of yours? It's something else.
Yeah. So actually, this system is basically the heart of the zero waste shopping system,
Oh.
which is basically what we do is nothing is pre-packaged in the store. Things are sold loose. For example, we have the masalas and everything. They're all sold per kilo. Yeah, per 100 grams. So what we do is we always encourage the customer to bring their own container from home, whether it's plastic or not, because reusing something is always
Yeah.
the
best.
yeah, first option, because otherwise if you don't reuse it, then it's just going to be chucked and it goes into the landfill. So bringing your own containers from home is always option number one. But if you don't have your own container, then we also have paper bags which you can pick up. We also have these glass bottles and glass jars for sale, which we like buy wholesale and try and keep the prices low, so that the system works fine. We also have people who bring in jars, who bring in jars like on a donation basis. So then if you don't want to buy a jar also, then we also give out free jars.
So you've already got a whole bunch of supporters
Yeah.
for your idea.
Yes. We have one box here and another 3 boxes at the back. A lot of people donating jars. We have people donating bags, paper bags. A lot of people donating time. People come and they're like, I would like to volunteer in your store. We had a volunteer sometime back who was doing like 9 hours a week, telling us you guys can go and you can do your shopping, unwind the store. So a lot of positive feedback.
Wow,
Yeah.
really nice. So, with this concept, have you been able to influence any lives around you, your friends or customers coming, the patterns in buying? Has there been any change?
I would like to think so. Example, since I started living the zero waste lifestyle, and since we started our shop, personally, I've seen my plastic consumption reduced by close to 50 to 75%. For example, we have garbage collection where I live once a week, and I used to put out one garbage can every week. But now I put out one garbage can per month, so that means I save like 3 weeks worth of garbage. And then if we have dedicated customers who shop with us, and if I know that my garbage production has gone down by 75%, then I know that theirs has gone down as well. So I think we are making significant change. A lot of people are very happy. People come and they say that they're grateful for us to have started something like this. Like take the trouble of splitting everything, packaging, setting it up, etc. So I think we are having quite a positive impact, and I think a lot of people are happy.
Yeah, I think with the whole buying pattern itself is kind of an influence on how they will they carry on consuming food, especially getting more containers and
Yeah.
curtains and what suggestions do you have for us? How we suggest we go zero waste in our day-to-day life?
I think the main thing would just be staying conscious, staying conscious about your consumption. For example, now if you are somebody who remembers to take your own shopping bag to the supermarket, you might think that you're doing something great because you've managed to tell the supermarket that you don't want a plastic bag. But then you might not realize that if you buy these 10 items come already pre-packaged in plastic. So something like this maybe a normal consumer might not realize. So to just stay conscious, because even these 10 items wrapped in plastic can be
Waste.
avoided.
Yeah.
Avoided if you shop in a zero waste shop, or if you shop locally and if you take your own containers. So I think the message would be to just stay conscious about your consumption. Yeah, so basically that's it.
Yeah, so great to hear about all
Thank
these
you.
wonderful things that you are doing.
Thank you so much.